All right, guess what, guys? The long-awaited fuel pump is here, sitting in a box, ready to go on the car. I'm gonna cut this thing open, get it on the car, start it up, and we need to connect the laptop and talk to my boy Alpha because he needs to sync ignition timing so that we don't blow up this fancy new motor and all that good stuff. If I need to explain why we need to check in on the tune, then you guys probably don't understand what caliber of race car we're dealing with here. Sorry, I'm trying to cut this open while we talk with a hook here, with like a pick. I got this damn dentist. This is not the tool of choice. I have a pocket knife in my pocket right now, but my dumbass has picked up this first and I'm committed at this point. Got it. All right. Whoa, they packaged this up way better than I packaged it to send to them. Should we switch tools or should we continue on with this same tool? Weldon racing pump, rebuilt by Kinsler, tested, flowed, all the good stuff. Boom. And here are all the old parts that they replaced. So they replaced the bearings, the teeth, all kinds of good stuff. Hola. Okay, so you guys know the deal. It goes in here, right there, and then in, down there, just like that. And then you can clock it whichever way, and then you tighten that, and you put fitting there, and it's good to go. So that's all we needed. That's it. That's all we needed. And now I just have to put these two fuel lines on. Yeah, you guys have seen this probably a couple times. You guys don't need to really watch this because it's pretty friggin' boring. But let's get to it. And I nut and bolted the car. I got the injectors cleaned. The injectors were like perfect all across the board. And then I also was messing with a trim ring for this, and I didn't like any of them. I could show you guys some real quick before I finish up the fuel pump stuff. But I have a box of trim rings here. If you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you were probably part of the helping of deciding. So that was my carbon fiber one I made. This is like a standard style. It's hard to film. So then I made a circle one. I didn't like that. Then I made that guy. I didn't like that. Made an egg, an avocado, another one. I didn't like that one. Didn't like that one. That one I didn't hate, the middle finger. Another smaller circle, another one. I made that one, and then I made that one. So spent some time cutting some cardboard up and just didn't like any of them. I can't just buy a normal off-the-wall, off-the-shelf one because of this hole size, because we switched from using both wastegates coming out of here and the exhaust to just the exhaust. But this one was a crowd favorite for sure, like that. Something along those lines. People said to do that, but you wouldn't really see what it is anyways. So that's where we're at. Tough break. I used miscellaneous cardboard that I had laying around for probably a long time, and I didn't like any of them, so that was cool. And then I made this one out of carbon fiber to see if maybe I would like it. I didn't want to use a normal shape. I wanted it to be different. Maybe, I don't know, Bronte like that, but I'm not loving it. So, all that wasted cardboard, one piece of carbon fiber, back to the fuel pump. I'll be with you guys in a second. Okay, it's on, and the logo was always like this. The guy on the phone asked me how I would like to clock it, and he said he'll just put it back the way it was, just because I have photos of it like this. And that was before he said he was gonna write in and out on it, so I could have had it clocked differently, but honestly, it doesn't really matter that much. I can always just clock it if I wanted to, but it's really not that important. I think I can live without that. You guys know me. The minor details like that don't really affect me. well, the car is ready for Alpha to remote in. I pushed the Mustang outside. Hopefully he'll be able to remote in tonight. That is the goal, fingers crossed. And hopefully everything goes smoothly, because tomorrow night we have a test. There is some testing available. We haven't had much testing available in the last like 2 weeks. Everything's gotten canceled from rain pretty much. So even if the car was ready, there hasn't been a day available in like probably over 2 weeks. And even like Orlando, Showtime, like things have been canceled pretty frequently. So not like I've missed out on anything, but I'm hoping to be able to test tomorrow. Hopefully that all goes well. There is a streetcar takeover in Alabama, Steele, Alabama, in a week. So not this weekend, but next weekend. So hopefully, maybe if testing goes well tomorrow, I might be able to get to that. I don't know. I'm still a little weary on that. I really need to get it dialed in for FL2K, but it's so hard to make that decision to move this thing. I tried to move it with the lawnmower, didn't pull it enough. There's like a hole right there, so it kind of just like whoop. I need to level out all this yard. Would be nice, but that's a job for another time. All right, well, it is 10:43 right now. My computer says 7:45, which is not accurate. And Alpha is remoted in, and he is just playing with some stuff right now. First thing was change my background on the computer. So really solid first step. And he's remoted in, so now he can check the ignition timing, and it should be good from there. So just get this thing dialed in. Oh, I hear a rooster. What the heck is Sanders doing right now? Well, we'll see what he does. So cool deal. Let's hope that this isn't too difficult. Wow, I didn't know roosters made noise at 11 o'clock at night-ish. Huh. All right, well, we'll see what happens. So see what happens with the car here. Hoping for the best. My Wi-Fi isn't the greatest back here because I'm pretty far from the house, and I never set up like a booster or anything because I don't really use the Wi-Fi out here, but I really need to. So it's on the list of things to do. It appears I did not have the correct software for writing files on here, and we're not actually talking, he's just doing it, and that was my bad. I have a bunch of Pro EFI software on here. I even have some Holley stuff on here. I got V6, V5, Terminator stuff, Terminator V2. I got a bunch of Holley stuff. I got a bunch of Pro EFI stuff. Shout out to Pro EFI. It's been on this car the whole time we've been running it. Huge shout out to Alpha for doing this, even though this computer is as slow as can be. It's very sad that he can't use his computer because his is much better and mine is trash, but tis what it is. Let's hope that this goes smoothly. All right, well, it's getting pretty late, but Alpha's been remoted in. We've been messaging back and forth. It's midnight, and I've been revving this thing. Hopefully we can get something figured out here. I'm trying to be a respectful neighbor, but it's very difficult. I'm also trying to troubleshoot my car so I can go racing tomorrow, which is also very difficult. And let's see the forecast for tomorrow. Looking like it's good to go. But tomorrow, so it's supposed to rain from 1 p.m. until 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like 50, 60, 40, 30% chance in those hour time slots, if that makes any sense to you guys. I did see some fireballs coming out the exhaust though, so that was kind of cool. Maybe the new titanium exhaust is doing it. All right, well, the snap-on light was being super funky, but we got it figured out. Thankfully, my neighbor had one, so shout out to having car guy neighbors, Mark, MVP. And we were able to get the timing set. Everything seems pretty good. Car was up at operating temp for a while. I even saw some fireballs coming out the exhaust, which is odd. Have not seen that much. But then as I was revving it, it kind of cleared itself up. Alpha probably working on the tune-up, and then I was just working the timing light. We were messaging back and forth. He's on the laptop, or at least he was. I don't know if he still is. But huge shout out to Induction Performance, Alpha, and all of those guys for always going above and beyond for me, and not even just me. They go above and beyond for every single customer, which is just so cool to see. Today is one of those days where the frustration level is peak. There's a bunch I gotta do. The rain is a chance to come. There's still a couple things I gotta do on this now that it runs correctly. I gotta do transmission fluid. That's pretty much really just it, but gotta do transmission fluid, put some fuel in it. Nothing really too crazy. Make sure I got all my nitrous, CO2, all that stuff that I haven't done in a few months. I gotta remember, make sure that I have that good. I have a list on my phone, but it's just been a while. And then this car is irritating me beyond belief right now because it moves so poorly. I set up the ring gear, so that's probably part of its rolling resistance. It has stock brakes all around, so that's probably part of it. The grass is soaking wet, so that's a huge part of it. And even though it's going downhill, it will literally just not even move. Like, I can't push it from here to 5 feet from there. Car should be ready to go to the track tonight in probably about an hour or two. I'd like to clean it, but trying to hold off on taking it out of the garage as long as possible because the rain looks terrible. Whew. But aside from that, it was a late night, early morning, trying to get this stuff knocked out so I can go to the track and run this car, because it has been a super discouraging experience thus far, which is a real bummer because it's supposed to be the opposite, but it's how life is some days. I know I'm excited for FL2K, and that's what I have to keep looking forward to. But one of those days today where, you know, when you're doing all these things by yourself, you start to get kind of I don't know, mad, loopy, angry, frustrated, just like, I don't know. I need a second me, and I'm not hiring anybody right now. If you guys work solo, you understand some of those days just suck, and this is one of them. But I'm gonna persevere, because that's all I really can do. Fingers crossed, no rain. Well, guess who just got his 1,500 horsepower street car stuck in the mud in his own backyard? Yeah, pretty freaking cool. I know. There it is. I probably should not have driven through the same ruts left by my truck getting the trailer, but I was hoping that maybe it would have been packed down more. But I also kind of wanted to go out like this way, so I was kind of coming around and trying to do a thing and trying to get out over there and do the thing and all that kind of good stuff, but that didn't work out. So now I got to back up the trailer, use the winch, and Bronte can come laugh at me. Ah, dang it. It's just gonna laugh. What a tough break. It's really sad. So it's stuck in the mud.
Serious?
Yeah, that's what I got out right there.
Oh my god.
So I gotta hook the winch up from the trailer.
You want me to pull it out?
No, I got the winch on the trailer, is probably the best move.
Oh my god. Are you driving it?
I mean, that's how I got stuck right there. I was driving it and then it stopped driving. And I tried to accelerate and it said, nah, not today, son. Big oof. It's really stuck on this side.
Yeah.
And I tried flooring it and that didn't work.
I'm gonna go inside.
Yeah, that's fair. I would leave this situation as well if I could. It's been one of them days. Well, to continue to add to my day, the winch, probably from me leaving it outside, had an issue where, see, these are supposed to engage into there, and that's what you use to switch it from the non-free spool engaged to free spool. I was gonna put it in free spool, pull forward, and then winch it farther because it's a little too close right now. And it won't go into free spool mode. So that's pretty cool. I guess I'll just have to manually let it out. Exciting. Let's get some tension on this thing. Man, this has been a freaking day. And it's like these little things that are getting me, causing my day to go from normal to not normal. There we go. Little Milwaukee battery, don't fail me now. In you go. So close. Okay, now let it out again and repeat the process. I'll be back once I have this thing out and I can hose it off. Cool stuff. All right, well, I gave it a quick little bath here, and now I'm gonna load it up onto the trailer. Did a quick full outfit change, like socks, underwear, the whole deal. I am a huge advocate for doing that throughout the day, especially in this humidity. It's so nice to just like do a quick change, and you don't realize how much better you're gonna feel once you do that. So it's kind of just a little Florida hack for you guys. It may sound simple, but it took me a long time to learn it. Okay. It's also been drizzling, so that's cool. All right, she's loaded up the Bugatti scooter. Grab one more scooter out of the collection here. I got this one, the Liquid Smart. Let's see how charged up it is. I didn't have much time to charge it. It was not my main focus. Oh, 1 bar. Perfect. Maybe I'll bring this Varla. How much battery does this guy have? I'm very cautious on scooters. I don't want to leave them charging when I'm not here. Okay, let's load up this one. All right, loaded up and away we go. I'll get back to you guys once we get to the track. See you guys in a little bit.
Hey guys, I made it to the track, and you could probably tell by my, that's not sweat for once. This is actually just rain, so.
You just have no words.
I'm just sad.
That's bad over there.
The
Ooh,
car's getting
sweat.
wet. I'm wet.
Yeah.
It's just a bad deal. I don't think it honks when it's off.
I mean, it looks a little clear over there.
Yeah, but it's going that way.
Yeah, so that's good.
We're waiting for what that is.
I know, but at least if it moves all that way, right?
Sure. It's going from south to north right now.
Yeah. Oh.
So really cool. So yeah, I don't know if they got any passes off, but they're doing roll racing first and then into drag racing. I don't know if they take time out of roll racing because of rain and end up just going right to drag racing, or if they shorten both of them equally. But as a guy who dislikes roll racing, I hope that they shorten just roll racing. But as a guy who understands fairness and equality, I would respect them for not doing that. So torn, you know, they say you live in a constant state of contradiction, and that's me right now.
I mean, with this much rain, it's gonna take a minute to dry off the track, though.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Thankfully, I put the scooters under the truck, which was a good move.
Oh, good move.
Yep,
yeah,
good
we were
move.
riding around our scooters, and then
I brought 2 hot rods out, and now I'm gonna slip and fall.
you brought 3 hot rods.
Yeah, 3 hot rods. Well, 2 are guaranteed. The Camaro still has to prove itself
No.
in the fresh state. But yeah, that's enough of this clip. I've had enough. I'm done. I'm rambling.
Rambling.
It's a mix of ranting and rambling. I'm rambling. Making up words.
Okay, we're done.
See ya, buddy. We tried. Another induction car. Yeah, they have a run day Sunday at Orlando tomorrow in the morning. Thinking about it. I don't know, maybe. We'll see what happens. I don't know, but we're rained out, so. See, hey, you were all-wheel drive. You could have done this. Yep, so now we got a sopping wet Camaro. Time to head back home and maybe prep for tomorrow, but it's gonna do it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm as bummed as you guys are, but I'll see you next time. Keep it saucy. All right, well, it started raining, so I covered up the parachute, and then I covered up the engine bay and trying to get water to not pool up in the engine bay. I'm a little wet. I walked around the yard, made sure all the animals were good, just because that's animal owner stuff, right?
Holy crap, it's pouring.
And then, like, I was like, man, it's really raining, and then, like, it was like a light switch, and then it started raining harder, and I'm like, okay, like, this is as hard as it can rain. And then it started raining harder again. I'm like, I didn't know there was this many levels, unless you're in like a hurricane, but we're not. It's just, this is a rain.
This is bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I can't put the Camaro into the garage right now because the yard is so wet.
Yeah.
Like, I am soaked.
I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's sure. So. Live it up. Might as well.
I'm already as wet as can be. That doesn't really change anything.
I'll go jump in the pond over there.
I was thinking about it. I was wondering if I had anything to ride like in this water, but I don't really have any amphibious vehicles. All my vehicles are pretty dry land oriented.
Yeah, he got wet enough.
Yeah. Want a hug?
No.
Okay.
I actually was thinking about I would run out there, but I just got my hair done, so I don't want to. If my hair was dirty and it was like a wash day, then I would definitely run.
Like, look at it like this right here.
Here, you can.
You should see it too, because like the amount of water that's. Take your socks off. How fast it's coming out of the gutters.
Oh my god, yeah, I see it over here.
Yeah, like it's coming down so quickly. And I almost hosed off the driveway before because it had a bunch of mud, and I'm glad it didn't waste any water. See, it just picked up again. Like, how does it have this many levels?
Yeah, oh my god.
I'm gonna go close that door. All right, that's the end of this. See you guys.